everybody, it's Amanda from Scrimpingmommy.co.uk, and today we're going to make a lovely box, perfect for Christmas, for your craft fairs, for your gifts, for anything. You can even take this idea after Christmas for a gift, and it's going to fit 12 12 I had to think then, tea light candles. But it's not going to fit them like this, it's going to fit them stacked up, so it's going to be a nice cute little box, but it's going to be like a TARDIS and it's going to fit lots in. Okay, so just for now let's move them over. And I have pre-cut my pieces, and so I'm using thick Whisper White today, just so it's a little bit more sturdy. And the box base needs to be 7 3/16 by 7 3/16. So you can use A4 sheets for this. You don't need 12 by 12. Okay, and the lid needs to be 6 1/4 by 6 1/4. And I have written them on there so I don't get confused. And then the box we're going to score on all 4 sides at 2, and the lid all 4 sides at 1 1/2. All of the measurements will be over on my blog, Scrimpingmommy.co.uk. So I'll just bring my scoreboard in. So this one we are scoring at 2 inches on all 4 sides. So there we go. Super easy. Nothing's going to go wrong. Oh dear. So I'm going to move that to one side. So that is the box. That's the, you know, the what the candles are going to go in, and this is the lid. So 1 1/2 on all 4 sides for the lid. Okay. And I do find it easier when I'm making boxes to, so that it fits nicely. Whatever thickness you use on the bottom, use the same thickness on the top. So if you're going to make them in DSP, make both pieces in DSP. Because if you start making one in card and one in paper, that's when I get where lids don't fit properly and stuff. That might just be me. Okay, let's move that out of the way. I just need to fold and burnish those edges, those score lines. Okay. This is where you fast forward it. We're just gonna form a very basic, straightforward, easy box. There's nothing difficult about this, and once you've mastered this, you know, you just adjust the sizes to suit yourself. So that's one part. It is nice and thick, is this card. It's going to be lovely and sturdy. Okay. Let me rub my measurements out, and then I don't like to waste things, so even though it's a sample, it'll get gifted to somebody. So if I rub those out, nobody's going to see it. And I can use it. Rather than having a box full of samples, I do like to gift them out, and my poor friends normally end up with them, whether they like it or not. So I'm going to use my Stampin' Up snips, and we're just cutting up to the first score line, turn, cut, like that all the way around. Okay. Turn and cut, so that your cuts are kind of like in a pinwheel, and then what happens there is, you see, they overlap, and it's nice and even, like so. And I always tuck my flaps to the inside as well. Okay, so we'll do the same here. You could stamp on your box if you want. I'm not going to, because I do like the fresh look of the plain cardstock. I am going to add some splashes of colour to it using DSP, and we're going to be using the Merry Little Christmas DSP, which is absolutely beautiful. I've just done my November kit using it, and it's been super popular. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just gently notch these, just to make sure that when I'm building my box, it all just goes together nicely and nothing's peeking over the top. You know, So if you just notch gently on everything, it will just go together that little bit nicer. And it, also if you've cut it ever so slightly wonky like I sometimes do, it's a bit more forgiving if you've notched. Okay. I don't know how to fast forward my films, my videos. You'll have to sit there and be in control of that fast forward button. I honestly will not be offended, but I don't know how to speed them up for you to watch it in fast motion, as it were. I've no idea. So I'm going to do it on this one as well. Okay, turn it around. Like so. I could stop and pause the video, but sometimes I think it's nice to see the whole process of what somebody does rather than missing bits, because you never know if you're gonna like get a quick tip or see something you didn't realise. You just never know. So let's get them bits out of the way and put my snips on my bone folder to one side. So you're folding all of these flaps inwards, and they're the bits on the reverse side that you're going to put your adhesive. For quickness today I'm using Fast Fuse, because me and Fast Fuse, we're really good friends at the moment. We haven't fallen out in ages. The trick with Fast Fuse is to not be heavy-handed. I think we need to press right down and right hard on it. And do you know what? The gentler you are, the better. Because if you press really hard down, you're going to break the tape. And then just a gentle flick. Watch it start being naughty now. I'm like bragging that I can use it. It is all down to how you use it. And the gentler you are with it, the easier it is. Okay. So we'll just fold all of those in. We'll line it up. And then press from the inside. Line it up. Line it up. Line it up. It's blowing an absolute gale here in Yorkshire. It is so windy. There's not a leaf left on any trees. They're all nearly bald. Oh dear. But you know, I do like sweeping leaves off my drive every day. I love it. I find it fun. Not. But there you go. I'm not as keen on winter as I am the other seasons, because I don't like to be cold. It's as simple as that. Don't like it. But at least, you know, we get coldness, but we don't get extreme weather. Some countries get, goodness, hurricanes and goodness knows what. We don't get none of that nonsense in England, luckily. So I'm doing the same again. Tucking them flaps on the inside of the box, as I personally just think it's neater than having them on the outside. Okay. Right, so the smaller one is the lid, is it? I believe it is. So it fits on like so. Absolutely stunning. It fits on. It's lovely and snug. It's not going to fall off, but it's not so tight that it makes it bow. And then you can stack these candles in. 1, 2. There's just room for 4. And then if you do several layers, you could put a sheet of cardstock in between if you wanted to cut it. I'm trying to keep my video, you know, below 3 hours, so I won't do that. And then put the lid on like so. Beautiful. But we're not going to leave it there, no, we heck. What I've got is, I've picked 3 beautiful papers from the Merry Little Christmas DSP set. And I'm going to layer them. The colours all look gorgeous together, so I'm going to layer them like so. So I've cut 3 strips like so, and one measures, I'm going to have to measure it because I've forgotten, I think it's, that one's 2 3/4, and then that one is 2 1/4, and then that one is 1 3/4. I'll put all the measurements on my blog. Apologies if the light changes, it's gone really dark, I think it's going to chuck it down. So I'm not going to bother with scoring and all that nonsense. I don't have time for that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay them one on top of the other just by running fast fuse quickly down the centre, and I'm going to lay them up very loosely. Doesn't have to be perfect, although straight would be good. That's not straight. Let me do it that way. We want them straight ish. Okay, now I've cut the full length of the 12 by 12, so the sizes that I gave you are the width, and I've just cut the full 12 by 12, and then we're just going to wrap it around the box to decorate it, and then we're going to do some more like so. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to cheat a little bit. I'm going to quickly put fast fuse just down the centre of my box, okay, and then I'm just going to roughly estimate where the centre of this strip is. I'm going to lay it on the box like so. Okay, and you do this after you've put your candles in. Okay, so they're a gift ready to go. If you want the box, you know, you can just have the box blank and then decorate them as you like. So rather than having to score and give all complicated measurements, I'm just doing it like that. I'm going to then lift my box up, and I'm just scoring it with my fingers there to make it tight. Okay, and then I'm going to add fast fuse to there. A little bit of fast fuse to there if it wants to be good. Don't tell me I've got a dud, else I won't be happy. Fold that in like that, and fold that one on the top. Okay, and your box is looking awesome already, but we're not done. We're also going to have some of this beautiful ribbon. It is stunning. Now how I'm going to do it, I haven't quite decided yet. I think I'm going to just trim that off like so, and I will probably fast fuse it at one side, okay, and then I would probably come all the way around, cut off the length that I need, which is there. Okay, fast fuse it there, tie it and stick it on. It's just easier, okay. Now we're going to make a little bow, which is super easy because, you know, I've shown you how to do these. I do have a video on it. Let me just cut myself a length, get myself some twine. So in a loop like that, cross it over, push. Okay, just make that out a bit. Squidge it together like so. I'm going to wrap some of this twine, this rustic looking twine, which is really cute, like so. Cut it there, tighten a knot like so, and then poof these little bows up and adjust them if needs be. I'm going to just trim that string down. Twine, it's not string, it's twine. Just trim that. Again, just poof it up. Okay, now I'm going to cheat again, and I'm just going to very gently put some fast fuse on there. Don't want to, there we go, and that will hold. Shall I have it that way or that way? I've changed my mind. Let's get that fast fuse off. I've changed my mind. I'm going to use a glue dot. Change my mind. Glue dot, glue dot, on the back of there, across the centre like that. Oh, they've stuck on my finger. Glue dots are the bane of my life. I find them stuck to my elbow regularly. That's not even in the middle. That's the middle. That's better. Right, now I'm going to do some actual stamping because I'm going to make a beautiful gift tag for this beautiful box. Okay, so I'm using the Merry Little labels and we're going to have Let It Snow. This is the most stunning, beautiful Christmas label stamp ever invented. I'm not even exaggerating. I'm not prone to exaggeration, me, anyway. Oh, not much. So I'm using basic black because I'm sticking with my theme. Get that on there. Give it a stamp. Oh, that's not stamped very nice. Let's do it again. I didn't put enough ink on. There we go, that's better. Bob that away and use my coordinating punch. I'm so glad I bought this punch. It's just beautiful. And give that a quick punch out. And what I'm going to do is also see if my punch will let me punch one of the coordinating papers, which it has, which is lovely. We can move those to one side now. Okay. And then I want my little hole puncher. Okay, I'll put a hole through them both at the same time. About there. There we go. And then I'm going to get some of this thick twine, but it's, in my experience it's a bit thick for going through smaller holes. But what you can do is you can just pull a bit, unravel it, pull some off, that should be enough. I'm going to also add one of these little ornaments because I love them. So using the twine to a single strand instead of the full thickness, I'm just wetting it. I'm just spitting on it so it'll go through the hole. There we go, that's one. And that's two. Come on, you monkey. Through. Sometimes projects take a little bit longer, but they're so worth it. Okay, I'll tie them together, but I'm not going to tie it too tight because I want that little ornament to dangle. So I'll tie it sort of loose, then I'll tie another to keep it all together, if you know what I mean, without it being tight up against the actual tag. There we go. And then all three will dangle like so. And I think I'm just going to actually be really cheeky, and I think I'm going to just a little bit of fast fuse on there so I've smudged my image. How annoying. Be careful when you do your image. I'm going to trim that off and then using some more fast fuse on the back. Or shall I use, no, I'll use glue dots. Here's my glue dots. Glue dot there. Glue dot there. And I'll have one on the ready. Because I like my tags, if I've spent time making them, I want them to sit right. I don't want them to be all wonky and falling off. So I'm going to hold it on like so. And then I'll just put another little glue dot under there so that that sits exactly where I want it, and then I'm done. And I think that's super pretty, except I've smudged the image. So we've got a full box there, beautifully decorated, that holds 12 little scented candles. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you'll give it a try. I think I need to put another glue dot on that that ribbon. All of the measurements are over on my blog, so check it out and have a go, have some fun. Thanks for watching. Bye.